This is the Onebot T6F. It is the cheapest fat tire e-bike on the market, cheaper than my rich uncle. 48 volt, 350 watt motor. It has a 48 volt, 10.5 amp hour battery, 504 watt hours. It has this tiny little brick charger that'll take around 7 to 8 hours to charge the battery because it's 1.5 amps. However, it is UL listed. It is a folding e-bike. Comfortable seat with ridiculously long seat posts, metal fenders, and a projector style light. Front shocks good for about 1.5 inches of travel. A rear aluminum rack with a nifty handle, and you'll see how helpful this is later in the video. 20-inch wheels with 20 by 4-inch knobby fat tires. Folding pedals to stand for when you fold the bike. 2 screw, somewhat basic kickstand. Jack super brakes. These are mechanical. 160mm rotors. Comfy palm rest grip. Bell, LCD panel, half throttle, horn, Shimano 6-speed shifter. This entire package costs $629 shipped. And check the description for the latest coupons. So what's the catch? Why is it so cheap? Well, we'll have to find out with the testing done in this video. Straight off the bat, the power is, it kicks in a bit too much when you're doing pedal assist. You see that? I'm pedaling just a little bit, and it's kicking in, you know, a whole burst of 2 or 3 seconds. Yeah, the power assist is a bit iffy, so if I'm near this course, you probably want to turn off. Well, I need the power assist to get up this. But other than that, you probably want to turn it off because it even at pedal assist level 1, it kicks in a bit too much. See that? I'm going too fast for this low course right here because I pedal and it throws me, you know, for a few seconds until I hit the the brakes, and then the motor's gonna power off. So let's get out of here. It's a bit too dangerous up here with this. Just pedal on level 2. And being a fat tire e-bike, the pedaling is not the greatest. That's pretty common. It feels like the derailleur is slightly off too. And that sounds like the fix right there. I don't hear any noises. It's actually pretty light for a fat tire e-bike because the battery is not humongous. So it's not bad. It's just that it's still a fat tire e-bike and still weighs a little bit. So pedaling isn't going to be the greatest. Aside from that, like bumps like this, the wheels soak it up okay. Wet grass, wet dirt, probably not the best idea, but you gotta test the shocks, test the fenders. Alright, so I say that does okay. I think the shock is a bit too short. It might be bottoming out. It feels like it was bottoming out. So that little clunk that you feel, yeah, there you go. It definitely bottoms about, you know, a bit too soon. I think it would be nicer if the shock didn't have such a hard landing, or it compresses much tougher at the top, because you can definitely feel the ending. There you go. And it makes a large clunking noise. Other than that, you know, the big tires, they do absorb a lot of stuff. You can just go everywhere with it. Well, that's the whole point of it, right? Having the large tires. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Oh, shoot. Alright, probably not the best idea, but I see some water over there. And we'll test out the mud guards. Because, no, they're mud guards. They should block me from the water. Whoa. Take a look. So my feet are a bit wet, no pun intended. And the motor is wet, the wires are wet. This e-bike is, you know, it's weather sealed. I saw all the connectors. They have those weather seal plugs, and that's kind of normal these days. But in an e-bike that is, you know, super budget level, it's nice that it does have it. Here's a patch of grass so I could dry off my tires. Oh yeah, it's great. Having these fat tires, this is what it's made for. But I noticed something else. It feels like there's a limiter on the power. I mean, there's a good amount of torque. It's decent. It's not mind-blowing. But the power is definitely limited. Hey there.
Hi.
You're gonna try this one out, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about the size of this bike?
It looks big.
Is that right? Is it too big?
No, actually it's not too big. But let me try. Let me try to go up. So
There's nothing too big, right?
actually it's not super big.
Okay.
I think it's a good size.
I think it's kind of big for you, but you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I have a helmet, please?
Oh yeah, right.
If I can touch my feet, it's okay.
Let me see you touch both feet. I don't think so. See? Barely.
It's okay. I can touch the floor like that. It's okay.
All right.
Okay, do you want me to go? Ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
What number is it? Number 1?
All right, we gotta put it on number 3.
Oh, okay. Because I don't want to fly on the street.
Well, 3 is the highest.
Okay.
You have insurance, right?
Insurance for
Yeah.
bicycle?
No, life insurance.
Oh.
We just got a claim together, remember? So how do you feel about the power?
Super power. When you pedal, super power, really fast.
Okay, so what do you think about this bike?
I like it.
You know, it doesn't go that fast, but it has a lot of, like, power.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't go that fast.
But when I pedal it, it's go really fast.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
that's just like power because it's really strong,
Oh.
but it doesn't go super fast. It just accelerates really hard because it's got some power to it.
You know, I like this bike because it looks balanced between the wheel
Yeah.
and this one. Look really balanced. Like,
Oh yeah, how it
it's
looks.
like not too small and not too big or something like that. So that's cool for that price, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. So how far this one can go? Like how many miles?
That's a surprise later in the video.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know, you haven't rode it till the end yet.
Oh, okay, I see. So the price and the buy is good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's good. Good for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, see you later. Have a
Bye.
good day.
Me too.
So far, the bike has a lot going for it, but in my opinion, which I'm allowed to have outside of my home, this is going to be the next flaw. It's the limited top speed. On the website, this thing is advertised for 20 miles per hour, and that's about as likely as me winning the genetic lottery. This thing goes 15 miles an hour, as you can see right here. Okay? That's as fast as it goes. Which may leave you wishing for more. Granted, it is 48 volts and it has decent power. All right, we're gonna have a look at pedal assist. And if you can see right here, this is the mile per hour gauge right here. And I'm going to be on level 1. And I'm going to the max. And it's limited at 9.3 miles an hour. Level 2 is limited at 12.5. Level 3 is 15.4 miles an hour. All right, it is now time for the 15% grade hill test. How is the most inexpensive fat tire e-bike gonna hold up? We really don't know until we try, right? Here we go. It's going up to 11 miles, 12 miles an hour. Is it gonna make it? I'll say based on past experience, you can't really write anything out right away because there's been cheap e-bikes that have made it. There's been more expensive ones that haven't. And it's running out of juice. Let's see if it can make it though. Alright, so this is a 48 volt battery, 48 volts of juice. And you know what, this thing, it might be possible to make it. I don't know. This has gone pretty far. And the Onebot surprised me in the past with the 250 watt. So this is like at the very steepest part. I think this is where the Jetson Haze also died as well. It got very close. So this is about half a house behind the Jetson Haze, and that's about it. All right, now we're going to use pedal assist power level 3, and I'm at gear 3 because based on what I can feel, that this thing does haul quite a bit. It is 48 volts and a decent one too. So I'm going to go level 4 at 12 miles an hour, and this should be good all the way up the hill. I'm at 10 miles an hour now. However, I think I should be able to make the hill all the way at 9.5 mile per hour average speed. So this does help quite a bit. I didn't even have to go down to 3rd or 2nd gear. I'm on the 4th gear. And we've made it to the top. All right, time for the brake test, and I do think it will perform well because this Onebot, even though it's the cheapest e-bike you can get, it only goes 15 miles an hour, so it should stop fairly well. Here we go. As you can see, it stops well because it's only 15 miles an hour. I do say that the tires, they could use a little bit more traction, but you know, you're getting a lot more than you're paying for. When you first receive the Onebot T6F, I do suggest adjusting the brakes. They could use some tightening. Let's talk about the size of the Onebot T6F. It is a fat tire e-bike after all. Coming in at 70 pounds, that is with the rack and with the bigger battery. That isn't terribly bad. The folding mechanism is quite easy, and it does fold up quite small. With the help of the rear rack, you know, you can really hold this firmly, and I was easily able to get it in a small sedan. And thanks to the rear handle, getting it out of the sedan was quite easy. The assembly, here it is in real time. You can see it doesn't take a long time at all. It's fast, and there's something about it. There's no magnets or anything, but the way it folds and the friction it has, it just wasn't wobbling all over the place. I really can't explain it better than that. So after doing the hill, the brake, the wife test, the battery is starting to die, and here I am riding it all the way until it's dead, and I've got it to the point that it's dead. And I had a concern. I had to do the test all over again because I wasn't sure if this thing was accurate, and 8.3, 8.6. This one actually started 0.3 miles later, so this meter is accurate. I did fiddle with it. That power level is playing games on you. As soon as I start riding, it's going to dip to like 0. And so the conclusion is a mind-boggling 22 miles on this 48 volt 10 amp hour battery. That is unheard of. 22 miles. I want to note that because of the speed limitation in regards to the battery power, there's one thing absent, and you're not going to get battery sag. I was able to maintain 15 miles per hour throughout this entire test, and it's darn nice to have a consistent and predictable speed all the way through. Final thoughts. The Onebot T6F has a lot going for it. It is a fat tire e-bike. It can be folded. It has a rear rack, and it has most of what you would expect from a 48 volt system, like a powerful motor and a bigger battery. However, what I consider to be the biggest flaw is the speed, which is advertised to go 20 miles per hour, and when tested, falls short at 15 miles per hour, as if people wouldn't find out. I'm still gonna get paid, right? Aside from that, you might be okay with the speed. This bike might be for a young, inexperienced adult. This bike might be for an elderly adult. This e-bike might be faster than you're willing to fall. And if that's the case, it's a fantastic value. It's 48 volts of power. It's compact when you need it to be, and because of the limited speed, this bike has a good amount of range. 22 miles, throttle only, is impressive. While there are better commuter style e-bikes, I found that the T6F and its low price was a blast to use. And it could be because mentally it was just so inexpensive that I could abuse the bike. I could take it off-road even though it says not to use off-road. I wasn't conscious of the scratches I put on the e-bike. I wasn't aware of how dirty I got the e-bike or how many miles I put on the drivetrain. The Onebot T6F unknowingly became my beater e-bike. As of this moment, this entire package goes for $629, sometimes more, sometimes less. Is it worth it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share. See you in the next one. Take care.